Yo, what up? What up? What up? Amar, what up, man? Shit. Amar Rice, salute to Tito. I didn't know you were back. I guess I'm always gonna have to be in this fucking phase where I'm coming back after getting, yeah. He writes, when I came back from Florida from Thanksgiving, I was wondering about what happened to Tito's channel. I'm glad you're back. Yeah. Yeah, they deleted a bunch of motherfuckers channels on Thanksgiving morning, bro. My shit got deleted at 9:42 on Thanksgiving morning with no strikes. None. Me, Obsidian, couple motherfuckers. No, more than a couple. A few. Yeah. Yep. Yep. That's the shit that they own now, man. That's the shit that they own. Hey, y'all give me a minute. I forgot to go grab the fucking soundboard. Hold on. All right, I got it. Y'all make some comments. Don't be a lurker. Flat Purse Diaries, episode 3. Yeah, this one gonna be good, man. This one is gonna be good. Show you the type of shit that these hoes be on, man. Show you the type of shit these hoes be on with this one. Some of y'all, I didn't put the woman's face on the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't want y'all to look up the case. It's gonna surprise you a little bit, but it's not gonna totally shock you. It's gonna surprise you a little bit. You're gonna be like, damn. What's gonna be surprising is the main theme of this one is how quick the system is to believe a woman without no evidence. None. That's the main element of this one right here. That's the main element. I'm telling you, that's the main element. That's the main element. Now, for my second show, I might come back a little bit earlier than usual. I might come back a little bit earlier than usual. Oh, okay. Uh, King Des, what up, man? I wonder why I won't scroll the fucking comments. King Des, what up? Oh, hey, science guy. Science guy. Hey, they just released the body cam footage of the officer that got hit. They released the body cam footage. It's very fucking incriminating and not to the agent. It's very incriminating. They released. I guess they finally got tired of the bullshit. So DHS released that agent's body cam footage. And it's very damning. Very damning. Yep. She ran right in. You can hear the truck hitting him. Oh, and then that's when he take out his pistol. You know that sound somebody make when they get hit like right in their gut. That's the sound he made. Yep. Cam, what up, man? Shells, what up? Tan say he been reading about the 12 patriarchs. Okay. Lion, what up? Distant Rose, what up, man? Stephen, what up? Yep. That body camera footage is very, very incriminating. But I know people go still spin their own narratives. They should have released it sooner. They should. You know what? I think they didn't release it sooner because they want to let the leftists walk into their own fucking trap. That they could have. You know what? As a matter of fact, they could have released that shit immediately. They could have released that shit immediately, but they didn't because they wanted to get the predictable fucking reaction out of these dumbass leftists. Mr. O with the info. What up, man? You know what? I'm gonna send it to myself and we can check it out a little bit later on. Science guy. Yeah. That body cam footage. I could already tell I got hit from what I seen based off of the distance from other people recording, but body cam footage. All right, man. Let's get into the news, man. Fair use. Fair use. Fair use.
Well, we talked about those couple of fraud cases, one at the state capitol, the other up in Minnesota. A local woman now in trouble with law for allegedly committing fraud against an old boyfriend to the tune of thousands of dollars. Let's get out to Doug Evans, who's on top of this story for us this afternoon. Doug?
Hey, good afternoon, Tom. You know, it's not unusual for someone to bilk an ex out of child support payments. That's happened before. But this story has a different twist, and it's one that the Coweta County Sheriff's Office wants to get out there in case there are other victims or anyone who might have information about it. Let's roll some video for you and show you who we're talking about. It was not a good New Year's Eve for 18-year-old Bria Hardy. She was taken into custody here at the Sheriff's Office and charged with theft by deception. We're told her ex-boyfriend came up here in early December, told investigators that he believed that he was the victim of a scam perpetrated by Hardy, in which he had paid her over $7,000 in child support payments. She claimed to him that they had had a child together, a little baby, and that he was responsible for helping her to raise this baby, and even sent him photographs and everything else. Turns out in the investigation that the child was not his. Turns out that the child wasn't hers either, belonged to somebody else. Well, investigators here are asking anyone who has information on this.
Did y'all hear that? The child isn't his or hers. This bitch literally borrowed a fucking baby to rob this nigga. This bitch borrowed a baby to rob this nigga. Yep, that's the first thing I thought when I heard about this, King Des. King Des writes, this could possibly only happen to a black man. And I bet a few Keishas that worked that case pushed it through knowing it was fraudulent. Yep. It could only happen to a black man. Because nobody in the nigga community is ever on the black man's side. Sometimes, most of the time, not even your own mother. Not even your own mother. Your own mother know that your baby mama is a hoe, and the whole time she won't say nothing to you because she know that she used to be on the same hoe shit, and she know she ain't got the credibility. Your mother will know your baby mama is a hoe and will see this bitch with another nigga and won't say nothing to you. She will know that them motherfucking babies is not yours and won't say nothing to you. And when you discover it, she'll talk some shit about, oh, we can't punish the child for what the mother did. Them kids, you the only man they know. All of that bullshit. You right. This could only happen to a black man. Crazy, right? This bitch borrowed a baby. Borrowed a baby.
This case or had any dealings with her before to contact them, as we said, fraudulently requesting child support payments from an ex is not necessarily anything new, but using somebody.
There go her broke ass right there. There go her broke ass right there. There go her broke ass looking like Tory Holt with a motherfucking wig on. Let's go.
Somebody else's child to do it, even sending the photographs. So Coweta County investigators want to make sure that there's nobody else out there. So if you have any information, they're asking you to call the Coweta County Sheriff's Office and share that information with them. Theft by deception is the charge here. And again, she was taken into custody hours before midnight at the start of the new year.
Incredible, Doug, the lengths somebody will go to defraud somebody. How did these allegations surface in the
Yep, it's incredible. It's incredible the type of shit that a broke ass bitch go through to get a couple of dollars. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. That's it and that's all. KC writes, as a nigga that's currently on child support, they don't do nothing but get their hair and nails done with it and flaunt it in your face. That's it. That's all, bro. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Also, that's what Rams receiver that you think she look like. Your ass said Isaac Bruce. You funny as hell. Yep, and as always, for some reason, Distant Rose smiling on the mugshot. They smiling on the mugshot because living here on the white man's plantation has infantilized them and made them complacent, and they feel like they can get away with anything. You see them getting booked with murders, and they'll be smiling on the mugshot. You see them getting booked with armed robbery cases where they don't set a nigga up in the hotel room and they smile on the mugshot. You even see them in some cases where they've killed a child and they smiling on the mugshot. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, that's part of the reason. Yeah, she's smiling because she ain't got no shame. Yep. Science guy writes, isn't that funny? So they call black men broke while feasting out child support money. Yeah. Yeah. You it's crazy because when y'all really think about it, I want y'all to put something into perspective. Right? I want y'all to put something into perspective. Think about this, right? Like the brother Amar Miller just pointed out to me, oh, I didn't know your channel had got deleted. That's one of the reasons why they come at us and delete our fucking channels. That's one of the reasons why they come at us and they delete our fucking channels. one of the main reasons that they come at us and delete our fucking channels is that we are drying up the GDP. And trust me, the child support economy is part of that. Child support is a whole economic ecosystem. I don't know if y'all realize that. When we caution these men and they are and they end up, being more having more discernment with who they're going to lay down and procreate with, then you take away a whole raft of economic opportunities for people through child support, right? You taking money out of the state's pocket because they make a lot of money off of that shit through their court system. They hold it in the interest-bearing fund, then they kick it out to the mother. A lot of people don't realize that. If a man got to pay $600 a week in child support, that woman is really only getting about $439 of that. The rest of it is taken out in court fee, processing fees, and all of that shit. But they put the whole entirety of the money into a short-term interest-bearing account and then kick out a check to the mother. And not just the state, but also the collections agency that administers over the child support, that garnishes the child support. They put the money in an interest-bearing account. They get they cut off of it. They take their fees out of it. They send it to the court. They disperse it to the court system, and then they do the same thing. Or I should say that they send the actual payment to the mother, but they hold back some of it and give it to the state, right? And then you talk about the money that the mother actually gets. That's a huge generator of tax revenues for states through sales tax, because we know they're going to blow every single dime. Car dealerships and banks. Car dealerships and banks give these mothers loans, and they are able to claim the child support as income. So that's why child support is another reason why they go so hard to try to delete our channels. King Des writes, is several brothers paying child support and paying all the child's expenses. Yeah. Yep. Right about that, KC. Using your money to cosplay a white woman every day. You know that's what they go do. Yep. Right about that, Quiet Storm. Child support and divorce court is a multi-billion-dollar industry. The states use those funds to build their retirement plans for judges and attorneys. Yeah. So it's a lot of people with a deep-seated financial vested interest in destroying our channels. A lot of people. Tan writes, big homie, never been heavy into God's law. Question, are they like this because they envy us and the greatness that we can become? No, the reason that they are like this is because they are very idolatrous. See, part of you got to realize the very abject state of idolatry that the average so-called black woman lives in. First of all, she idolizes white people, right? She idolizes white people, right? The depiction of Cesare Borgia as Jesus Christ has tricked many people on this earth into deifying white people and seeing white people as being demigods. And so she idolizes white people. She idolized the white man's system. And then you add another layer to it, right? And this is why a lot of them are homosexuals with what I'm finna get into right now. As a matter of fact, y'all hit the Cash App on this Friday for these black pills I'm giving y'all right now. Another reason, another layer of this is that through feminism and social media, now you get into a way of thinking where they have self-idolatry, right? They fall off into self-idolatry, right? And because they fall off into self-idolatry, that inevitably leads to narcissism and homosexuality, right? You know, I'm gonna upload a Patreon joint going into detail about this. I need to start heating that motherfucking Patreon back up now that I'm damn near in the home stretch with this next book. And shout out to everybody that still rocked out with me on Patreon, even though the upload's been kind of thin. But that's why they like that.
First place, in other words.
And the envy that this brother Lion speaks of, that envy also comes from the feminism, because part of the homosexuality that they are in, also almost transports them into a masculine mindset, and so they begin to get jealous that they aren't the men that they want to be.
The ex-boyfriend report her to police?
He must have suspected something, Tom, for him to come forward here to investigators in early December.
Nah. That man ain't suspect nothing, or else he wouldn't have gave that woman no money in the first place. No, let me tell y'all what happened. Some bitch that she know told on her. That's what happened. She went and crossed some bitch that she told some bitch that she know, or she told some woman that she know, and then the woman, she probably told her how much money she was getting off of him, and or the woman might have seen his Instagram on her phone or something, and went over there and seen how he was living, and said, you know what, I'm finna drop a dime on this nigga and make a run I'm finna drop a dime on this bitch and make a run at this nigga. Yeah, I think she got told on by some broad that she know. That's what I think. That's what I think. Let's go.
Then they started at work on his allegations, learned that the child was not his. In fact, the child belonged to somebody else. There is a child. There is a baby. The photographs are real. Trouble is, it doesn't belong to her or him. She apparently used somebody else's baby to convince him that it was his and hers, and he had some responsibility to the child. Kudos for him, paying $7,000, helping her to raise this child or whatever through financial support, but apparently it wasn't warranted in this case.
So maybe I'm digging a little too deep here, but does she know the child that she alleged was hers, and is he going to get that money back?
He is never going to see a dime of that money back. The only way that he could possibly see any of that money is if he, you know what? It's crazy, because if she got more than $1,000 from him, it can't be in small claims court no more, because it is possible for you to represent yourself pro se in small claims court, right? But this sounds like somewhere on the level of probably over $10,000, maybe $20,000. So the only thing that he could do is consult a couple of attorneys and try to sue her in civil court, because after she done with her criminal, even while she undergoing her criminal case, he can still sue her in criminal court, but he can use the evidence from the criminal case in the civil case. But most likely a good attorney, a good and halfway honest attorney, is gonna tell him, look, man, this a broke ass bitch that you finna sue. This a broke ass bitch that you about to sue. and you can't get blood from a turnip. And yeah, we could sue her for pain and suffering and all of this shit, but I mean, you could maybe you can get a civil judgment against her, but it's gonna take you years to see any of that money back. So it matters how much money he and spare time that he got, and how vindictive he is and willing to push this shit through. But that's what it's gonna take for him to see a dime of this money back. Because I know that in this criminal case that she got, I know damn well that the judge is not going to make her paying him back part of her parole or anything like that. I know the judge is not gonna do that. And even if the judge did, she almost have orders to contest it because it's a criminal court, not a civil court. So
as this case meanders through the legal system now to see if he gets any restitution in the case. That's certainly something that'll probably be on the table from the prosecutor's office here.
Oh, well, you know what? Maybe, because you know what, this guy might be right, because this is a red state, and they don't play that shit with these black bitches. So maybe he might be onto something.
In terms of whether or not, you know, she knows the child, that's we simply don't know that.
Yeah.
So y'all don't even know if she know the baby. She just told him, hey, let me check out your baby for a few days. Like, how did this shit go down, man?
Great investigative reporting there. Doug Evans, live for us in Coweta County.
No, she not gonna walk. Even if she get probation or something, she not gonna walk for this, bro. She not gonna walk. She after, because this how they go construct this case. They already charged her with fraud by deception, right? The prosecutor is gonna ask the man for. They're gonna ask the man for all of the text messages and phone call logs and all of that shit to establish that they got a relationship. They probably go also ask him for pictures of them together when they used to date. Right? She not coming up out of this. This she dead to rights on this. She ain't getting away from this. No. No. No, her broke ass ain't getting away from this, man. No. Wait a minute. Tooth. I thought y'all told us. I thought y'all told us that black men are deadbeats. If black men was deadbeats, then why was this man so willing to just start sending you thousands of dollars just because you verbally communicated to him, hey, we got a baby together? I thought that black men didn't care about their children. I thought that black men didn't care about family. What? This man sent you thousands of dollars without no proof that this was his child. No proof. And meanwhile, it's hoes like you that is be like, I don't think they should be wasting the state's money on no mandatory DNA test. That's a quick way for y'all to find out if y'all talking to a shady hoe, a straight up buzzard. That's a quick way. Y'all said that black men are all broke, but as soon as you told this man that you had his child, he immediately proceeded to send you thousands of dollars. Y'all said that when y'all, and most likely this is an older man, y'all said that when y'all get in, that when older men get in age difference relationships, that they never gonna provide for you. They not gonna do anything. They just want your young flesh. But as soon as you told him you had his baby, he started sending you thousands of dollars. Black men are not industrious. Black men are lazy. Where did he get the thousands of dollars from? Even if he was selling drugs, that's still work. That's still sales work. That's still administrative work. Transportation work. Right? All of these narratives that y'all got about black men eliminated in one fucking case. One. Wow. Incredible. Y'all say that black men are weak and that they don't protect or provide. But when you told this man you had his baby, ching, 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 that's all you heard. Thousands of dollars. Right? And I still think that a bitch that you know told on you, because y'all are extremely avaricious. Y'all whole way of living is profligate consumption. You was probably bragging to some bitch you know that you had did this and how much money you was getting. And she probably looked at you and sized you up and said, shit, I look better than her. Shit, now I ain't ran through. Now I'm finna drop a dime on this bitch and slide in that nigga's DMs. Yep. I don't think that the man just came to this conclusion on his own. Somebody told on you, bitch. Somebody told on you. My cheese, but what up, man? Somebody told on you. Somebody told on your trifling ass. And for you single moms out there that complain about guys who don't want to pay up, y'all complain about guys that might pay up and don't want to do with the child, or y'all complain about guys doing neither. It's guys that's ducking child support by refusing to accept promotions at work. It's guys that's ducking child support by working under the table. Right? Well, y'all gotta also, I don't have no problem with y'all criticizing the actions of the men you have children with in that case. I ain't got no problem with that. But y'all also gotta look at bitches like this. Y'all also got to look at bitches like this that engage in this type of wholesale fraud that make them niggas so paranoid. Y'all also got to look at that. See, this case is proof of what I've been telling y'all for years. I've been telling y'all for years that black women do not look at children as children. They look at children as chattel. They've completely monetized and commoditized children. Don't matter if you don't have one. Fuck it, I'll borrow one. I just borrow one. Fuck it. That's what she said. That's what she did. Yep. That's what she said. That's what she did, man. Y'all stay wary out here, man. It's been a Black Pill PSA, man.